everyone, so let's see who we've got joining us today for Movement Monday. So I hope you're having a good Monday so far. So you will just need a tennis ball or a cricket ball, a cross ball. If you've got a specific foot ball, that's fine. So anything that you can actually roll through the foot line. So we're going to come back to the feet again today. And we're going to incorporate a little bit of work through the top of the foot as well. Let me just grab my drink. So I'll just give it till 1 o'clock. I'll just give it one more moment and then we will make a start. Okay, so I hope some of you haven't got confused. I'm not running it from my private group. Remember, this is a bonus video. Hi, Julie. I think it's Julie from here. Can I see? Yes. Hello. How are you? How are all your injuries now, Julie? Are they sorted? Are you back running? I've seen little snippets on Facebook. I think you were getting back into your fitness, weren't you? I hope that's going well. Okay. Hi, Penny. Okay, so make sure you've got your tennis ball or any ball that you can use to roll through the foot line. It could be, like I said, a cricket ball, a cross ball, if you haven't got a specific, one of the specific balls. Okay, so we're going to start off with the foot line. So I'm going to come down actually so you can see this. So you're going to start with a point right in the centre of the foot. So you could do this in standing if you wanted. So right at the centre of the foot, especially if you're in standing, make sure you line your feet so they're into hip width, so you're not going to drop your weight into one side or the other. And then we're going to press down, and we're actually going to start with a compression today. So you're going to press right through the centre of the foot. Now, if you don't feel like you're getting enough from this position on the floor, then you can just lift the bottom up off the floor and press your weight further down. You could obviously do this in a seated position in a chair as well, or you can adopt that standing position. So you're here and you're just pressing the weight down through, I'm just going to move back a little bit, down through the centre of that ball. So you just press and hold. So you're going to do a compression there. So this is going to disperse the tightness, move from a high gradient pressure to a low. So just keep that connection, keep that pressure. Just going to move this way ever so slightly. And then what you're going to do is take the ball and move your foot right to left. So you do like a little shearing effect. I'll come back down here and a little bit closer. So you do a shearing effect, side to side, right to left. Obviously be careful if you're doing this in standing, you don't go over on your ankle joint. So side to side. So you've held it in the centre of the foot and compressed, and now we're going right to left. So you're going to do another 4, right to left. So it's just a baby move over the side. You're not taking your whole foot or ankle joint, because that wouldn't be good. Just feel that movement. Okay, so you're going to cross those fibres. So that targets the tissue more rather than just going in that long longitudinal direction, so in the line of the fibres. Now from that point, you're going to transition it. I'm just going to spin back around. So you're going to go into the ball of the foot line. So you're going to go from underneath the big toe, if you like those paw pads, to the little toe line. So you're going to cross all those points there. So this is going to be a right to left, so side to side movement as you go. So again, you can do this in standing or you can do it in seated position. So you're going in between the balls of the feet there, side to side. So just let the foot roll over the ball again, rather than just keeping your foot flat as we've done in the past. If you've done this with me in class at the studio, just let it rock now, so it's that shear effect, side to side. So you encompass all those points as we move. And then you might have one particular area that's a little bit tighter. So if we've got a restriction in the ankle joint, that's going to affect into the knee, the hip, and ultimately your spine and even the shoulder. So we want to have freedom of movement through the foot and through the ankle joint. So 2 more there. And then release. Okay, so now you're going to come into the arch of the foot. So we're going to have 2 specific points. So if you find your bone of prominence underneath here, there's going to be a point just below there we're going to hold, and then you've got another point. So there's 2 points here that we're going to focus onto. So you're going to start with the higher point of the 2, so it's not the actual bone, come off that bone from where the base of the big toe is, and then you're going to press into the arch here. So press down into that position. You can lift the bottom again if you want to, or you could even do it in standing, so you could be up here and press the weight down through the foot. So you feel that transcend. So whatever's good for you, just hold in that position. And then whilst you're now here, rather than going right to left, because it's quite a small movement area, just go into a little circle. So you're going to circle 6 clockwise on that area, so you're concentrated. And we're going to go 6 in the opposite direction. It's really small movement. Okay. Then you're going to move it down 1, so you almost miss out a little gap, if you like, in the middle. So you're going to come to the second point on the arch of the foot, and then we're going to press. So we're going to hold there. So find that point, press down again. If you want to lift yourself up, you can, just watch you don't push your body weight back, or you can actually do it in standing, and then you're pressing down. So if you stand, you'll probably get more through the foot line, and just hold it there. So keep that press. And then start to circle. So you're going to do 6 clockwise. This is really concentrated. And 6 anti-clockwise. So on that second point in the arch of the foot. And then release. Okay. And then we're going to take it to the outer edge of the foot. So you just find the middle point in the outer edge of your foot. So outside edge, just at the middle there. Should have put my socks on, shouldn't I, with the individual toes so you can see better. Right, so press and hold. And again, once you find that spot, you'll know about it. So you might want to just turn your foot ever so slightly. You can guide it if you're sitting down. If you stood up, just be careful that you don't rock off over it. So holding that particular point, press down. So this is going to release the fascia through the foot. So that fascia, remember, it's almost like that cling film substance. It wraps all around the body. So it goes over the bones, the muscles, the ligaments, tendons, organs, every muscle cell. Okay, now for this one, because of where it is, roll it back and forth. So it's more like a rock there. So you're not going a sheer side to side. You're not circling. You're just going forward and back on that particular spot. So smooth movement into that area. And then release. Okay. Now the last point you're going to do is not on the heel, the bone itself. It's just in front. Okay, so you stay on the soft tissue. You don't want to go over the heel bone, especially with a hard ball, because you've got a fatty padding that covers that calcaneus, and obviously over time that degenerates anyway, so we want to preserve that tissue, that shock absorption. So now you're just going to find that spot just above the heel and press and hold. So stay there as you press. So it's better for this if you are on a firmer surface. So if you've got one of your padded mats, I would say make sure you're taking it away and just press down. And you can hold this for up to 30 seconds when you do these compressions. And then with this one, you're going to take it right to left. So a shear again over that side. And again, if you're not feeling it, just come into a standing position. So right to left as we go. You might get more from doing this in standing. and then release, and then roll through that whole foot line. So like a little scribble effect, go where you want, do it, change direction, literally as if you're just scribbling onto that notepad, to do it with the foot. So just scribble in all directions. Okay, and then bring it back to centre. So from here, you're now going to change to the opposite foot. So we're going to start on the point at the centre of the foot, so you're just right into the central line here, and we're going to press down and hold. So hold in that specific point. Again, be careful you're not leaning back. Press down. I mean, you could lay down to do this, and obviously you know that you can be in standing to feel that connection. So you press down. Just let the stretch or the length through the tissues, so through those fascial lines. So again, if you free the feet, you're more than likely to free up through the spine. And just hold in that position. So you do about 30 seconds. And then we're going to change it. So you're going to go across. So a little shearing effect, right to left as you go. So this is going to get movement through the ankle as well. And you might find one foot feels tighter than the other. So if you can let your ankle joint open correctly, then the shin to the knee line will be able to move as it should. And that will take the load off of the knee. Because sometimes the knee gets compressed, especially if the foot and the ankle joint can't move how it's designed to. And we're going to do another 2 each side there. So just rolling it over, well, shearing action over, and then release. Okay, now from that position, you're going to come back to the ball of the foot line. So we're going to go across those paw pads, if you like. So place the ball underneath that mind of that big toe to start, and again, go with that shearing effect rather than a flat roll, to drop it over, if you like, right to left. So we're just changing this movement pattern to what we did the first week. We did this Monday movement. So side to side, so just taking it back to the feet. So you can do this, you know, if you're on a break at work, you can do it if you even sat at your desk or your home office, if for whatever reason you couldn't stand up. So side to side, I'm just going to turn this way. So you can see my foot. So just let it roll right to left. And again, you can aid that movement if you need to. So see if you can keep the knee, that it doesn't excessively rock and roll. So move, you isolate through the ankle joint. There's going to be a little bit of movement through the knee line. And then, so you can manually take that into position. Release there, you're going to come back to the arch of the foot. So you're going to, there's 2 points there. So we're going to start, find the bone of prominence where the toe is, come off of that, and you'll find a trigger point. So even if you just press into it, then you miss the middle section, and there's one just above the heel, because when you press into these 2, that will distribute into that mid section of the arch there. Okay, and as we're not directly rolling it today, so you're going to find that first point. So we go higher up, just off from that bony prominence, and hold and press. So again, you can do this in a standing position if that works better for you. And it's nice with the foot line as well, because it's going to release tension. And obviously we've got, I'm not reflexology trained, but there are reflexology points underneath there, the foot line, and relating to the organs. And then that point, start to circle it. So we'll go 6 one way, and we'll go 6 the other. And you might feel like you've got pebbles underneath that foot. So ideally you'd do this for about 2.5 minutes underneath each foot first thing in the morning, because that's when the tissues get stuck down. Yeah, that's when the fascia overnight. It's influenced by hydration levels as well, and obviously movement, because we've been still for 8 hours or so. And make sure you change that direction. Really concentrated on those circles. And then we're going to take it down to the next line. So you miss the middle part of the arch and just above the heel line. So you're still on the soft tissue, but you arch of the foot, that's where you're at. Okay, and then you're going to press down and hold. So feel that compression. Again, you can do this in standing. And press down. And does this point feel any different to the one you've just done? So 30 seconds, again, lift up if you want a little bit more. You can bend the knee, press the weight down, wherever you want to go. Stay in that particular position. And then we start to circle. So you're going to do 6 circles clockwise and 6 circles anti-clockwise. And you might hear a crunch. Someone's crunching on mine. And we go the opposite way. So just smooth circles, small circles. And then release. Okay. From that position, you're going to start to come to the outer edge of the foot. So from here, just find that middle point. So outer edge, just in the middle, and you're going to press down and hold. So again, you can manually do this if you want a little more, if lifting up doesn't suit you or standing up doesn't suit you. And this can also be done in a chair as well. So just hold, press. Keep that connection. So you can manipulate and change the fascia, which in turn will have an effect upon the organs and the muscles and the structures that lie underneath it. So it's quite a powerful thing, being able to get into those fascial lines. And then with this one, just go forward and back into that segmented area. So smooth movements as you go. We'll do a little bit longer, we'll double this up because we did about 12 on the opposite side. So forward and back into that area. So remember that outer foot, if you're going to go over in your ankle, that's more where you're most likely the base of that 5th metatarsal to get a stress fracture. So we do want to keep that area pliable. Okay, and then the final one on the underneath side of your foot, just above your heel. So again, don't go on your heel bone, just above into the soft tissues. And then press down. So you're going to press and hold. So keep that connection. So a little compression. And if you're not quite feeling it, just move that ball slightly so you do hit that trigger point that you need to. Again, you can do this in standing, you can press down to ask a little bit more, whatever suits you. And then you can take it into that shearing effect. So you can go right to left as you go there. So just turning through that ankle joint. The shin bone is going to turn a little bit there, and the knee, but try not to rock and roll it. So just a smooth movement side to side as you go into that area. Just let the foot move. So you might need to aid it there, you might need that assistance as we go. And then from here, you're going to scribble it out. So just take a little scribble. I think I can see some more people. Is that Louise? I can't see the name above. I'll see after. So just a little scribble. So how are those feet feeling now? Okay, just take a little shake out there with the leg line. Just take a point and flex of the ankle joints. Okay, and just notice how they feel here. Now from that position, you're going to just bring the ball to the front of the ankle. So I'll do the opposite to you this time. So if you take your right foot or your right leg, and there's a little groove there. So you could just do this with the thumb if you didn't have the ball or the structure. Then start to circle. So you're going to keep this foot flat, and then we're going to do 8 circles this time clockwise, right into that groove. So this is where the 2 bones form to meet your ankle joint here. So again, this area needs to be mobile, otherwise when you walk, when you run, you're going to have this kind of sensation going on rather than that smooth, fluid movement. So 8 in one direction, and then do 8 in the opposite. And it might be crunching that area, so you might not have addressed this area before. Okay, now from here, find your ankle bone. And when you find that ankle bone at the side, so the outside one, not the inside one, you're just going to find that soft tissue, and then I want you to do 8 circles into that area. So we're going to go 8. And again, it's more of a knead than a rolling round. So you really want to get into the tissues. And then do 8 the other way. So have we got any crunch in there? So you've got ligaments and things that feed in around that line, around that bony prominence. And then release. And then the last one you're going to do at the top of over the top of the foot here is find what I call where the little knuckles are. So if you just scrunch your foot, just like remember the foot's an identical structure to your hand. So once you've got that position there, you can see where those knuckles are. A little bit like the paw pads on the other side, the underside. Just roll over there. So you're just going to go right to left, cross that line, okay? So you can just knead it. So you can flatten the hand, it might be easier to roll. And we may definitely have crunches on that line. How does that feel? We forget about that area sometimes, don't we? Especially the top side of the foot. Okay, so we've not really done any tests today as to how it felt before and how it felt after, just because I wanted to get through a little bit more. So I'm conscious this is meant to be a shorter session, but you know what I'm like once I get started. Okay, so take a little shake out. Now that should be feeling a bit lighter, it might be feeling warmer, so you've got that increased circulation, it'll definitely be more pliable. Now we've done that, okay. Now change it to the opposite foot, so you might be on your left now. So come into that groove, find it, and then you're going to go 8 circles, clockwise, 8 anti-clockwise. So all the time you're doing this, you want to have good posture as well. So keep that foot flat, sitting tall. You can do what you want with this other leg as long as you're in a good position, posture-wise. And make sure you change direction. As I've been talking, I think I've done a few extra reps on that direction. Okay. And then you're going to find the ankle bone again on the outside. So find that bone, and then you're going to go forward from that bone. So you're on like a horizontal line, and you'll just drop off slightly. So you're not coming directly onto the top of the foot, it's towards the side, and then you're going to go into that circle. So you can spread out the fingertips as you do that. So that's better, rather than keeping your hands scrunched. And we'll do 8 circles, and we'll do 8 the opposite way. Just breathe as we do that. And change direction. How does that feel there? Does it feel tender? Does it feel a bit sore? And then once you've done that, your last line, find the knuckles. So if you just scrunch the toes, you can almost feel that, see that knuckle line, and then you're going to go across there. So we're going to go right to left. And I hope you can't hear that, but mine is crunching. How are yours doing on this side? So this will help with your gait pattern of yes. So whether you're walking, whether you're running, so being free through the foot line, like I said, start to lower down that kinetic chain will affect everything above as well. So if you address it from the foundations of the body, that will help everything else. And then when you've done that 8th rep, just release it there. Take a little shake out, and then hopefully in a moment when you come into that standing position, feel like you've got new feet and then you're floating. So well done if you joined in with that. Hopefully if you didn't, you can get it on catch up at the end of the day. And some of you are now seeing my private group for Pilates at 5:45. Don't forget, I've set up a new positive 21 days of positivity, which is a free group. So even if you're not a member, you can join. You just need to send me an email, which is on the main Simple Fitness page. I put that post, or DM me and send me your email address and I'll send you the link to add you to that group. So I'll see you all soon. Enjoy the rest of your day and let me know your feedback on that. Bye. Hi Keith, crunchy. Yeah, mine were really crunchy as well, Louise. Who else have we got? Hi Devon. Hey Will. Oh, trying to end this. I think I've just opened a message there.